Good Tuesday evening, Happy New Year, and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. A Douglas County man was killed early New Year's Day after an all-terrain vehicle crash near Orondo. East Wenatchee police say a traffic stop on Thursday led to the discovery of a suspected drug cache. Wet and mild weather is expected through the rest of this week, with a weather pattern change coming our way this weekend. More on that coming up in your local forecast. Prosecutors filed formal charges Friday against the East Wenatchee man wounded by police gunfire after he allegedly fired a handgun and rammed his truck into the Veterans Affairs Clinic in Old Station. Troy McMaster, age 54, remains hospitalized for gunshot wounds he received in the December 17th incident, and 4 local police officers are on administrative leave while the shooting is investigated. The charges against McMaster are second-degree assault for allegedly pointing a firearm at a family member, plus first-degree malicious mischief and discharging a firearm for damage to the Elwood Bud Link VA clinic on Chester Kim Road. McMaster allegedly rammed the empty building with his truck and fired gunshots through the windows before he was stopped by police. Court records show he suffered extensive wounds to his legs and faces further surgery at Harborview Medical Center before he can appear in court. A Douglas County man was killed early New Year's Day after an all-terrain vehicle crash near Orondo. The sheriff's office says 40-year-old Austin Davis was found dead after a search of the canyon areas near his home in the 13,000 block of Highway 2. Davis and 2 adult passengers went for a ride on his side-by-side ATV on Monday shortly after midnight. His passengers later exited the vehicle and Davis continued on in the ATV but did not return. Authorities were called to begin a search about 1:45 a.m. Deputies found Davis's body near the wreck site, which was over a steep hillside. The Douglas County Coroner's Office will investigate the precise cause of death. The man who investigates and helps prevent destructive fires in Chelan County has left the office. Stephen Rinaldi has been the county fire marshal since 2021. He previously held the post in Los Alamos, New Mexico. Rinaldi is taking a new job in Durango, Colorado, where he plans to retire in about 2 years. Ron Kreidelbaugh, Economic Development Director for the county, recommended to county commissioners today that they partner with the Wenatchee Valley Fire Department for interim fire marshal services.
It's pretty common they have that agreement. They act as a fire marshal for Douglas County, for East Wenatchee, and for Rock Island. So if it's something that you'd like to see us move forward with, I can get that agreement put together and bring that forward to you for review. As fire marshal services, they would provide assistance with plan review, inspections, system inspections, business inspections, fire inspections, that type of stuff on top of the investigation. So it'd just be a little bit more.
An Ephrata man was among 9 people involved in a Friday night highway crash near Mattawa. 28-year-old Josue Alvarez Verducho escaped injury, although 7 other people were hurt and treated at area hospitals. The Washington State Patrol says Alvarez was driving northbound on Highway 243 about 8 p.m. when a head-on collision in front of him forced his 2001 Honda Civic into the ditch. The driver suspected of causing the crash, 21-year-old Alejandro Lopez Chavez, faces possible charges of vehicular assault and DUI. When we come back, new year, new laws. As we enter 2024, the Washington State workforce will see several changes. We'll tell you what they are. The WWE Road to WrestleMania Supershow will be making a grand return to Town Toyota Center this Sunday. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Coming home should never be a chore. Let Merry Maids of Wenatchee customize all your cleaning needs. weekly, bi-weekly, special occasion. Do you have a vacation home that needs cleaning? We clean them too. Locally owned and operated, let Mary Maids do the cleaning while you focus on your family and friends. Mary Maids has special offers to fit your budget. Request your free cleaning estimate today. 509-663-1710.
Caught in a conflict? Family? Workplace? Neighbor? Business? Housing disputes? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us to learn more.
New year, new laws. As we enter 2024, the Washington State workforce will see several changes, including a $16.28 per hour minimum wage and overtime pay after 40 hours for agricultural workers. Also, as of yesterday, employers are no longer able to discriminate against a job candidate based on the person's recreational cannabis use, with some exceptions. The new law does not apply to those seeking employment at law enforcement agencies or other first responder positions. The mandatory 10-day waiting period to receive a firearm after purchase is also now in effect, with the new law aiming to reduce potential impulsive violence in weapons purchases. The WWE Road to WrestleMania Supershow will be making a grand return to Town Toyota Center this Sunday. WWE, the largest wrestling promotion organization worldwide, features choreographed stunt work starring unique and lively fighters. The show last visited the Valley in 2022, but is now back with a triple main event. Doors open at 5:30 p.m. with the show starting at 7 p.m. Tickets ranging all the way from $20 to $450 are available on the Town Toyota Center's website or in person at the box office. East Wenatchee police say a traffic stop on Thursday led to the discovery of a suspected drug cache. During the traffic stop for an equipment violation, the officer allegedly noticed narcotics inside the vehicle and impounded it. Approximately 160 tablets of suspected fentanyl were discovered, along with almost $3,000 in cash. Police did not identify the driver, but they say charges of drug possession with intent to distribute are pending.
Jefferson Robbins for NCWLIFE. Lake Wenatchee Fire and Rescue will host the Office of the Insurance Commissioner of Washington for a presentation on wildfire risk and home insurance. David Fort, Senior Property and Casualty Policy Advisor with the OIC, will give a presentation followed by a Q&A. Insurance prices have been rising in forested areas like the Upper Wenatchee Valley, and in some cases policies have become unavailable due to wildfire risk. The event will be January 24th at the Lake Wenatchee Rec Club from 5:30 to 7 p.m.
Coming up next, the year 2023 turned out to have so much news it took us 4 days to recap the whole thing. We'll bring you the final report in tonight's feature story. Rain showers are expected through the week and into the weekend, with snow possible on Monday. I'll have all the details coming up in your local complete weather forecast. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
Abby says thank you to our thousands of pizza-loving friends from our first 60 years. From our family to yours, thank you. This January, Abby's is proud to offer our classic Big Hawaiian Pizza at a very special price. Now at abbeys.com or join us in our parlor for a legendary pizza tradition.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
The year 2023 turned out to have so much news, it took us 4 days to recap the whole thing. In tonight's feature story, NCWLIFE's Jefferson Robbins wraps up the last months of the year that just passed us by, including the November elections that galvanized much of the Wenatchee Valley.
In September of 2023, Governor Jay Inslee paid his second visit of the year to the Wenatchee Valley to inaugurate the Department of Corrections' new Reentry Center in Wenatchee. The NCW Tech Alliance changed leadership as Chief Executive Officer Jenny Rojanastian departed, making way for Sue Kane as the new CEO. Firefighter Brandon Coons made a heroic swim of Lake Chelan to raise money for Seattle Children's Hospital. Single-term Wenatchee School Board member Catherine Thomas faced down an inquiry into her residency, denying that she had moved out of the district to live full-time in Texas. Thomas finished out her term, but later was fined by the State Public Disclosure Commission for failure to provide her required financial statements. Leaders and community representatives from Mattawa, Japan visited the Wenatchee Valley for the first time in 3 years, cementing the longtime sister city bond between the two regions. Exchange trips between Wenatchee and Mattawa had been placed on hold during the COVID-19 pandemic. In October, the 2,500-acre Antoine Creek Ranch in Okanagan County was turned over to the Colville Confederated Tribes, with the Land Conservancy recognizing the tribe's traditional stewardship of the area. In a historic vote, 4th District Congressman Dan Newhouse was among Republicans trying to save House Speaker Kevin McCarthy from removal by a coup within the GOP. The Speaker lost that battle, 216 to 210. Two doctors at Confluence Health were named co-directors of health equity. Dr. Mabel Bodell and Dr. Bindu Nayak were assigned to guide Confluence's response to inequities that affect different populations served by the medical system. Election season heated up, with a billboard campaign urging removal of all incumbents on the Wenatchee School Board. But the project violated state law by failing to identify its chief sponsors, retired urologist Dr. Dale Peterson and Richard Black, the father of departing school board member Catherine Thomas. Despite those tactics, in November, board incumbents retained their seats, including Maria Iniguez, who was specifically targeted by the campaign and held her seat by just 14 votes. Also elected, a new mayor for the city of Wenatchee. Mike Poyer won overwhelmingly to take the seat long held by retiring Mayor Frank Kuntz. Jag Baines of Omak won a different kind of vote. He won the 25th U.S. season of Big Brother, taking home $750,000 in winnings from the popular CBS reality show. Jefferson Robbins, NCWLIFE.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a great New Year weekend and a great day yesterday and a safe New Year's Eve. Weather wasn't too bad over the weekend. We had some nice mild temperatures, but boy, more of those low clouds and fog moved in. That happened overnight last night, and we expect that to kind of be our weather trend as we make our way through the week. And as we get into tomorrow, we could see more of this. It could affect your morning commute, especially around the Quincy area, also into Ephrata, Moses Lake, maybe even up in Waterville. Foggy conditions throughout Tuesday morning. We could see visibility less than a half a mile as you make your way to work tomorrow morning or school. So just be extra careful, especially tomorrow morning. We've got some changes too, not so much during this week, but as we get into the upcoming weekend, our weather pattern will change. We'll see more storm systems moving down on us from Alaska and Canada. We'll also see some cooler weather as we get into the weekend, but our real significant snow, if we do see snow, I think will be as we get into Monday. And then we're back to winter driving conditions, slick, snow-covered roadways. So be extra careful. We'll talk more about that as our week progresses. Today, high temperature, 38 degrees, and 32 is where we should be for this time of year. Our normal Low temperature is 23 degrees, and look at where we were this morning. We have been so warm in our overnight hours, and last night was really no different. 34 overnight. 48 is our record high, by the way. That was set in 2007. Our record cold, 2 below zero in 1969. No new precip yet today for the year. Yeah, we're sitting at 0, and we've picked up 7 inches of snow. And that goes back to October 1st. Sunrise 7:48 this morning, sunset this afternoon at 4:22. All right, let's take a look at temperatures for Wednesday, and they will warm up tomorrow. Not as much low-hanging clouds, but we have showers in the forecast almost every day. 41 for Moses Lake, Ephrata, and Quincy. 40 degrees Wenatchee up into Entiat, Chelan, and Omak. Maybe a degree or so higher than that. And then we're talking mainly upper 30s for our higher elevations, Cashmere and Leavenworth. Lake Wenatchee, your high temperature tomorrow, checking in at 36 degrees. Taking a look at what we can expect is our big weather picture. This is the trough of low pressure that will move through and bring us some showers over the next couple of days. And then look at this monster right now around the Aleutian Islands in Alaska. That will head our way, and that will bring us a very rainy week and possibly snow, as we mentioned on Monday. Here's that first storm system and that trough of low pressure just off our coast. We will see showers developing in our evening hours, a 50% chance of rain here in the Wenatchee area. Low temperatures still mild in those low to mid 30s. For Wednesday, I think morning rain as you hit the road tomorrow morning, and then look what happens in the afternoon. We clear out somewhat. Will be mild, as I mentioned, with high temperatures near that 40-degree mark. For Thursday, more showers, cloudy skies. I don't think it's as good a chance for showers on Thursday. I think most of that will stay in the Cascades. We will stay on the mild side as far as temperatures, with highs about 40. Getting you into the end of our work week on Friday, mostly cloudy skies. Another strong westerly flow moves into Washington State, and we could see a rain-snow mix possibly on Friday, mainly because our high temperatures are going to cool back into the mid and upper 30s. That's kind of where our weather pattern change comes in. And then that trough of low pressure develops on Saturday. We could see some very heavy rain in southwestern Washington. We're going to catch some of that as well on Saturday. High temperatures generally when we kick off our weekend in the upper 30s. For Sunday, our best day of the entire forecast. Mostly sunny skies throughout most of Washington State, but look at how this cold air is settling into the country from the north. That's part of that pattern change. Highs in the mid to upper 30s on Sunday, and then for Monday, another storm system set to move in on us. I think this will be our best chance for the wet stuff. Will be on Monday. Rain and snow likely throughout Washington and almost all of Oregon. Going to cool down too. We're going to talk high temperatures Monday, only in those low to mid 30s. Taking a look now at your 7-day forecast. 36 overnight tonight. 40 tomorrow, a 40% chance of mainly morning showers, 30% chance of rain on Thursday, goes back up to 40% on Friday. And look what happens to our temperatures too. We cool back into the mid and upper 30s, 50% chance of morning rain on Saturday. Our best day looks to be Sunday, mostly sunny and 37. And then for Monday, we're going to cool down, folks, but I don't know if we're going to cool down quite that much. We'll be about 34 degrees for our high temperature on Monday. Cloudy skies and a 70% chance of rain or snow. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
It'll be the Huskies and Wolverines for the College National Football Championship next week. Michigan topped Alabama in overtime 27-20 in the Rose Bowl, while Washington hung on to beat Texas 37-31 in the Sugar Bowl to advance. Washington was seemingly in command 34-21 with 7:31 to go, but Texas began a comeback. Quinn Ewers began to catch fire. Grady Gross hit his third field goal of the night to go up 37-28. Longhorns went down the field again, kicking a field goal to pull it within 37-31. Huskies couldn't run out the clock, however. Texas got the ball back. Ewers led them to Washington's 13-yard line on a couple of long pass plays, one of which had to be reviewed, and they said, yep, it's a catch. So Texas has the ball deep. Time is winding down. On fourth down, however, Washington was able to hold on and get the 6-point victory. The Rose Bowl was more of a defensive battle, and Michigan tried like crazy to give the game away on special teams. After sending the game into overtime, Michigan scored on the second play of the extra session on this Blake Corum 17-yard touchdown run. Alabama would get the ball in its overtime session. However, the Crimson Tide would come up short on fourth down trying to run the ball up the middle. Wolverines advance with a 27-20 victory. Washington and Michigan meet for the national championship next Monday in Houston, 4:30 in the afternoon on ESPN. Well, Seattle's playoff hopes took a big hit Sunday with a 30-23 loss to Pittsburgh. Steelers rolled for 202 yards rushing as the Seahawks defense just couldn't tackle and make a stop all day long. The two teams traded scores back and forth through the first half. Geno Smith completed a 23 of 33 passes, 290 yards, and a touchdown to Jackson Smith and Jigba. Kenneth Walker III also rushed for a touchdown, as you see there, with his 53 yards in the game. The end, however, missed tackles and lack of Seattle's ability to stop Pittsburgh was the difference in the game. Coach Pete Carroll says it was a disappointing day.
Really disappointing missing this opportunity right here. At home, everybody was ready. And this was a great one, and we missed it. We went right on defense in the running game again, and so it's been repetitive. We can see it. We played better in the second half. We get 40-something yards in the second half, but the first half they had their way with it. And some stuff we got to get right for our last opportunity next week. But on the other side of the ball, we moved the ball, but we didn't get the ball enough. We couldn't get the ball back to the offense. Minimal amount of drives. It was just the clock was just roaring in their favor. I'm surprised we didn't play better. We did the things we needed. We needed in the game plan, and we called everything that we had, and we didn't stop them consistently.
Seattle wraps up the season Sunday at Arizona at 1:25 on Fox. Now, to make the playoffs, Seattle needs a win and for the Packers to lose or tie with the Chicago Bears. Well, the Kraken let the nation know Seattle is a hockey town with a 3-0 win over Vegas in the Winter Classic at T-Mobile Park. Yes, outdoor hockey joy Decord earned the first shutout in 39 games of the Winter Classic, stopping all 35 shots he faced. The offense scored early in each of the 3 periods.
Shot score from just inside the left point, and the deflection in front. The Kraken with a goal from Eli Tolvanen take a 1-0 lead. Outdoor goal. Now the Golden Knights looking to tie it. Eichel.
As he skates up the ice here, he tries to put it on his backhand, and then there's Jack Eichel. He's all by himself, and that looked like Ibucci tried to go 5-hole, right?
Yeah. And that's what he was trying to do. Here's Alexiak for the Kraken. Long shot turned aside by Thompson, and then a drive by Borgen. He scores! 2-0 Seattle.
This is a team that can do it a lot of different ways.
Oh, now a steal. They score! Ronnie Cord. 3-0 Seattle.
Watch the left part of your screen here. There's the back check. All of a sudden, the stick is lifted, and then Gord finds it.
No surprise that his son is a terrific goalie in his own right.
Oh! There's Eichel. Oh, and he's robbed by Decord.
On cue.
Wow. Joey Decord with the first Winter Classic shutout as the Kraken extend their streak.
Will Borgen, Eli Tolvanen, and Yanni Gore joined Accord in the post-game press conference.
Beginning of the year, you're always trying to, get back into your structure, trying to know your spots, and, we have new players every year, so, just kind of getting used to everybody, and I think we finally found that.
I think we played really good hockey lately, and I think our main focus was today, getting a hot start, and I think we did that really well, and we just kept rolling.
It was so much fun, honestly. The atmosphere out there was amazing, and just like being able to be part of it, and like you really know like this city's a hockey town now, and it's amazing, and it was just like great exposure tonight to show the world how much Seattle's a hockey town, and they were loud, the atmosphere was electric. It was a lot of fun.
It's truly the coolest thing in the world to have that, just to have that support from them. I think Yanni and I can both say that, we have the best fans in the world, and it was so much fun hearing that, and just hearing the support throughout the whole game, all the "Let's go Kraken" chants, and it was a special game, and just to get the support from the fans and share that moment with the fans.
Seattle's off until Thursday, when they'll host Ottawa at Climate Pledge Arena back indoors, 7 o'clock. That'll be on Root Sports Northwest. Wenatchee improved to 14-2 at home Sunday with a 5-1 win over Seattle on New Year's Eve. Briley Wood scored his second goal of the night early in the second period to put Wenatchee out front for good. In the victory, Austin Drade had the call on Wenatchee Wild Hockey Network.
Sogai as Wenatchee reestablishes the offensive zone. Played out front. One-timer, he scores! Top corner! On top! 1-0. Wenatchee scores first. Out to the right point. With it is Hansel. Leaves it off, wristed on, and they score to tie it. Think this is going to go to Parmar. He was right there. Did it bounce off of him along the way, or did it just catch Sam Popowich? It only caught him. More wide open 4-on-4 up the right wing for Isogai. Poked off his stick, pushed through, they score! Don't tell me it's Briley Wood again. I'll tell you, it's Briley Wood again. And the Wenatchee Wild have taken the 2-1 lead. 4-on-4 at 4:49. Another one for the Wild. Finds Friesen. He's got some open space. 2-on-1 if he can stay ahead. Ricciardi scores! Back post. 3-1. At the left point for Sward. Wristed on. He scores! Number 4 on the scoreboard. Number 44 in the program. 4-1 Wild. Didn't have an angle for a shot. Didn't like what he saw. Back to Prosecutors at the blue line and cannot keep it in with 35 seconds left on the Dix Heating and Air Conditioning power play. Right wing for Wu. Ricciardi scores! Top corner on the power play! 5-1 Wenatchee. Hartman across, open space, left wing. Pankey clears it out. We'll let the crowd take you to the new year.
Wenatchee will turn right around and host first place Prince George tomorrow night at 6 o'clock at Town Toyota Center. You want tickets? Go to WenatcheeWildHockey.com. Prep basketball schedule resumes today across north central Washington. Girls play already underway. Cascade visiting Ephrata hosting East Valley. Quincy's at Chelan coming up. The Kashmir girls host OMAC. The 6 o'clock games have Lake Roosevelt at Okanagan. Brewster hosts Tonasket. Manson visits Orville, and Wilson Creek travels to Cascade Christian. On the boys' schedule, Aniat hosts Cascade. East Valley visits Ephrata. Oroville hosts Manson. Quincy travels to Chelan at 7:15, while Kashmir hosts OMAC. 7:30 games have Lake Roosevelt at Okanagan. Tonasket takes on Brewster, and Wilson Creek visits Cascade Christian. That's a look at sports news. Happy New Year, and have a happy Tuesday.
Every Wednesday on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, we carve out about 10-15 minutes to talk to this guy, Austin Drade. So far, so good. We're in the middle of a 7-game homestand, and by golly, home cooking has led us to 2 victories with more to come starting tonight.
2 games deep into the homestand. Wild will win both of them. Game 3 tomorrow against Prince George. Wild will take on one of the best teams in the Western Hockey League tomorrow night, plus Kelowna coming up on Saturday for Star Wars night. We'll catch up on it all tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley.
He stole my thunder. Watch anyway.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more news from around North Central Washington, you can find us at ncwlife.com, on our social media channels, or on our mobile app for iPhone and Android. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. Email us at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great night.